Good afternoon, YouTube. Drew Franklin here with Tyler Thompson, Zack Geoghegan, Happy Hour sensation Jacob Polacheck. Before we get started, I got to let everyone know I'm a little out of breath. As you can probably tell, we were seconds from beginning when I realized I didn't have my beer here. So I sprinted to the fridge and just got back. As I catch my breath, shout out to Country Boy. Had a fridge full, just didn't bring it to the stream in time, but I have it now on the KSR Happy Hour. Country Boy, found in the heart of Kentucky by Kentucky fans. Check him out on Chair Avenue. There's like 24 beers on tap. I like the new pickleball location near Winchester Road, Georgetown. You know the drill. We're big Country Boy supporters. I'm gonna quench my thirst from running to the fridge by having a key lime cougar bait. Anyone else partaking today, crew?
Got a halfway home.
Pretend it's a cougar bait.
Per usual.
Nice.
Feels like a nice autumnal beer. Cougar bait or key lime cougar bait feels like a summer beer, but it's warm outside today. So we'll.
Is that a Dr. Pepper, Jacob? It's fine.
People like Coca-Cola.
There, Coca-Cola.
Classic.
Shout out to them too. Not everyone can have a beer at 4:04 on a Thursday, but that's what we do here, and we have a rundown of topics per usual. As I said, we got a lot of familiar faces, including Jacob, who shined last week. Jacob, before we get going with our topics, and that will be one of our topics. Actually, I see in the order. Are we leading with it? Is it number one? We'll just get to it. Last time we did a happy hour, you went a little off script and just took off running. Took the entire happy hour with you. It was amazing. You introduced us to your mouse problem at home. Are there any updates? Anything? Basically, just you want to take over right now and do all that again because it was incredible content.
I'm doing well. Yeah, I'm currently at my girlfriend's. We still have not solved this issue, but we're getting closer. Justin was at the house yesterday, looking over it. All the traps are doing good, and on Saturday, we're sealing up everything. It's all no more entry points. We're getting them all out. So, yeah, we're making progress here.
Tyler, do you want to update on who reached out? Are we going to mention that?
Yeah, we got it
behind the scenes.
Oh no, I sent the email to Steven so he could show it. We got an email from PETA about this. I guess someone who works for PETA maybe is a happy hour follower and reached out and offered Jacob some. Let me get the wording right. It was like humane mouse traps to help us tackle this issue. So Jacob, you got to take him up on that.
Yeah, I love their bread. I would love to check it out and put them in my house.
What is a humane mousetrap though? What is that?
Hold on, whose dog is going crazy?
It's mine. It's Remy.
Not mine.
Okay. Well, can you mute while they're talking? I couldn't hear either of you.
Yeah.
Sorry, Remy. We love you, Remy. Just want a good experience here. Where are we? All right. Who's got this? Who's reading it? Jacob. Who's live here?
To Jacob. I think we got to let Jacob read it.
Okay. Have at it, Jacob.
Hi, Tyler, Jack, Drew, and Jacob. We caught your recent discussion about mice in Jacob's house. We appreciated the sentiment about wanting these small animals to live, just not in our homes. So we wanted to reach out with some information and tips for removing unwanted house guests humanely, which, when done correctly, is far more effective and infinitely kinder than lethal measures. As it sounds like Jacob has now observed, lethal methods don't keep unwanted animal guests away forever and can even make the problem worse. If the entry points aren't sealed, more animals will continue to move in to take the place of those who have been killed, and they will often breed faster, leading to increased populations and an endless killing cycle. That's why preventative measures are key, including sealing cracks and holes in exterior walls, keeping food in tightly sealed, shoe-proof containers, and cleaning up after companion animals' food dishes.
We'll be good there. We don't have to read the whole email.
I was like,
we get the point. Yeah. No. But if I'm not mistaken, in the video last week, I even said PETA cover years. They didn't listen, but they did listen to the show, so that's cool.
Shout out to PETA.
PETA. Yeah.
I want to know what the mouse traps look like. What's a humane one? What does that even look like?
They didn't send any example. Oh, they did have a link here. Let's check.
I'll send it to Steven. There's a picture.
Is it like a piece of cheese under a cardboard
box
with a string and a stick?
Like a little home.
It's kind of cute. I won't lie. I'm excited for your mice.
These probably won't be replacing any of the traps. We're keeping all the traps we got in there, but we might add some. add some to the collection.
Well, at any point, if you want to just take off running down the road and take the camera with you like you did last week, that's the hardest I've laughed in a long.
I have a TV tray now.
There you go. That looks good, man. You can put that up. It's kind of like a festive for Christmas coming up too.
Oh, is that coming up this year?
Yeah, it comes up every year around this time.
Yeah, I haven't been keeping up. But yeah, no, that's exciting. I like Christmas. But yeah, I might take off running. I got my Coca-Cola, so it'll be a little difficult.
Well, that's the hardest I've laughed in a long time, and I was worried it was one of those things that was only going to be funny to the 4 people on the show. But then my wife Abby got home, and I was like, I need you to watch today's happy hour. She's not a normal viewer. She works busy hours during the day. But I played it for her, and she was crying laughing. So when I knew it wasn't an inside joke and that it was entertaining to everyone, I really think you deserve a raise. Maybe you should were you going to go on strike or something?
Yeah, we're going to go on strike.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll talk and make a plan. I don't know what our demands are going to be yet, so we got to discuss all that.
Well, if you're going to go on strike, I will say you will need electricity because you'll need that to negotiate with our bosses. You'll need that to do more happy hour videos to go running down the road. And at LG&E and KU, they know that when the lights go out, it can feel like a full court press, but staying in the know is an easy win. Update your phone number in the LG&E and KU mobile app or in My Account. If the power goes out, you'll get play-by-play text from 454-358 with outage updates, safety information, and time estimates for power restoration. If you can't text, no problem. They'll call the landline in your account. We all know Jacob's got the landline, so you're never left in the dark. Thank you to LG&E and KU for being a presenting sponsor of this happy hour that we like to do, which has become Jacob's platform. But we should move on from the mice situation. It was a big day in the basketball world. We had some big news from the press conference. Zack Geoghegan, you were there. I guess we should lead with injury reports because that seems to be the biggest headline. But there was a lot of substance today from Mark Pope.
Yeah, injuries are already a thing with Kentucky, but maybe for not much longer. Jalen Lowe sounds like he's going to be playing on Friday against the old Valparaiso. What are they again? What's their mascot? Who are they?
They're the Golden Somethings.
Yes, the Valpo Golden Somethings. Sounds like Jalen Lowe will play, make his season debut, so that's good to hear. Trent Noah with his little twisted ankle or whatever. I don't think he officially said what it was, Pope did or not, but I think we all assume it was an ankle. It looked like he rolled it pretty badly in that Nichols game. Doesn't sound like he's going to play. And then a kind of a significant update on Jaden Quaintance as well. In about 3 weeks, he's going to be going through what sounds to be like his final strength test. And if he passes that one with flying colors, he could be kind of turning the corner and gearing up for full contact practice, 5-on-5. He's doing 5-on-0 right now, which a lot of people on KS Board were making fun of being 5-on-0. But hey, the guy's running up and down the floor. I think that's really all that matters right now is he's in practice, he's participating, he's doing stuff. So that's a great sign. It sounds like he's pretty much on the exact same path that our friend Jack Pilgrim has been reporting since back in the summer at this point. Everything is still kind of on track there. So props to Jack for that as well. But he's JQ started around the corner as well. So a fully healthy roster is coming sooner rather than later. Knock on wood there. So, so some positive injury updates. And it doesn't sound like Trent Noah's thing is going to be too serious. It was kind of a 50-50 type thing going into the game tomorrow, Pope made it sound like. So I don't think Kentucky will desperately miss Trent Noah against Valparaiso, but it'll be awesome to finally have PG1 back in the rotation and running the show after, it looked good in the second half against Nichols, but not so great in that first half and then against Georgetown without having a true point guard.
Jacob, we all know the significance of Lowe coming back. You were there Saturday, saw the differences in what it's like having a point guard and not having a true point guard out there. I love my king, Colin Chandler, but it wasn't exactly working. How much difference do you think we'll see? Not so much Valpo, but what kind of difference it'll make? We'll look ahead even to Louisville and just how vital is he to coming back to the roster?
I think it's massive. I think I've talked about it in the last few rapid reactions where the offense has looked, I'd say, clunky at times. I think Aberdeen coming back makes it a little smoother, but having your PG1 just changes the whole dynamic of the offense. And I think things will be able to flow a little more smoothly. And I think you'll be able to see a little more from Ortega doing what he does best, getting to the rim. I think that's going to be a massive addition for the team.
Tyler, Colin Chandler looked better not at point guard. And then Pope was admitting today that he, like the rest of us, got caught up in all of the screenshots, the reactions, the Lil Wayne tweets. It's pretty cool to hear even Pope giving Chandler his praise and admitting that he got caught up in all the sensation on Friday night.
Yeah, Pope basically just went on like a whole 10-minute aside about Colin Chandler today. It was cool. He was talking about how, there have been so many shots and angles of that dunk that you could really see Chandler's facial expression. And it was like that snarl. And I think to most of us, that was like, oh man, he's got a mean streak in him or whatever. But Pope was talking about how it really represents Colin's resiliency and how he overcame moments of doubt, and lots of beautiful flowery language from Pope on that. But it was awesome. I mean, I didn't even realize until Pope said it that LeBron James even kind of, I don't want to say he weighed in on the dunk, but apparently he liked an Instagram post of it. But that's still pretty cool, right? I mean, if you're how old is Colin now? 21-year-old kid from Farmington, Utah, and you've got LeBron James and Lil Wayne tweeting about you. That's pretty awesome. I do have an update, though. Valparaiso's mascot, none of us were right. They're the Beacons. They used to be the Crusaders, but they changed that. I guess that's not really, okay language these days. So they're the Beacons. And the actual animal mascot is a golden retriever named Beacon and a chocolate Labrador named Blaze. So
UK's playing Air Bud on Friday.
Pretty much.
Okay.
We could put Remy in. He won't shut up. Maybe he'll be a contributor. But
Steven put Beacons in the chat immediately. We got to give Steven credit. I saw it. So he knew,
of course,
even though he wasn't able to speak up. I as the kind of the spokesman for the BBN United Tip-Off Classic presented by Kentucky Tourism, I can't believe that escaped me. I dropped the ball there. Zach, there was kind of some red shirt updates today. We got one player's considering it, another doing it. What's new at the end of the bench?
Yeah, well, going back to the game on Tuesday with about a minute left, it was noticeable that Reese Potter and Braden Hawthorne did not check in to the game, but Walker Horn and Zach Tao did, kind of as the victory cigars as they do when UK is beating a team that badly. So it was asked in the press conference today, what's the deal with them? And Pope said that Reese is for sure going to redshirt. That's the plan. Reese is okay with it. That's all cool. That is the plan for now, barring some sort of weird, crazy situation. That's going to be the case. And he made it seem like it'll probably happen with Braden Hawthorne as well, where he gets redshirted, but not as confirmed as it is with Reese. So I don't really know what that means. I don't know a situation or scenario where you would need Braden, considering the roster, especially when JQ comes back, will be like 13, 12 guys deep. But it's nice just to know that those guys are on board, or at least Reese is, with having a red shirt and being ready to run it back next year and not use up a year of eligibility. And I guess I didn't really know this either until I started digging into it. But so with football, you can play 4 games of the 12 in the regular season before, once you get your 5th, that's when you burn your red shirt. But with basketball and pretty much every other NCAA sport, it's 1 game. So you play 1 of your 32 regular season college basketball games, your red shirt is done, which seems kind of ridiculous, honestly, but that's the case what it is right now. So Reese and I guess even if Reese and Braden played a minute of that game, they could have risked burning their red shirt, and Pope does not want to do that just yet. So, but it's nice to know that you've got those guys going in, looking into next season, and you can use them as building blocks, and it's nice to have them within the system for a whole year. They can learn and get adjusted and be ready to kind of break out next season. So, but Pope had another little monologue. He went on about how great Braden Hawthorne's going to be, and it's just kind of, he's overwhelmed right now, and he weighs about 45 pounds type thing, so he's just not ready to play college basketball at the very moment, but maybe he will down the road, and maybe gets a couple minutes here and there over the course of the next couple months, but we'll see. I wouldn't expect either of those guys, obviously Reese as well, just from what Pope was saying, but I wouldn't expect Braden to play too much either. Something's probably gone wrong if he's actually playing real minutes for Kentucky this season.
Tyler's Remy a big fan of Reese Potter. You want to join us for that part of the discussion?
Well, I mean, he was being so loud, I felt like he wanted to say something, but sure enough, he got in front of the camera, got in front of the mic, and froze up. But
I do it all the time.
Everybody.
It's true. I'm glad we got at least some kind of clarity on what's going on with Potter and Hawthorne, although maybe not so much with Hawthorne, but it feels like with the front court being so crowded, Reese redshirting makes sense. I feel like Hawthorne's priority this year should just be gaining weight. Like, let's just have him eating and, doing the milkshakes and whatever you got to do that. So that was good to hear.
Zach, what did Pope mean when he said Valpo is kind of a Gonzaga team? I guess he was kind of alluding to offensive rebounding a little bit. Is that what he meant? Do you even know? Have you done your Valpo scouting? I don't want to put you on the spot there.
Jack did the Valpo scouting, so I actually have no idea what that meant. I remember hearing it, and my ears kind of perked up, but I was in the midst of typing something on KS Board, so I don't even remember what he said about Valparaiso, to be perfectly honest with you. But I'm sure he was over-exaggerating just a little bit to make the opponent sound better than they are, because Kentucky should wipe the floor with Valpo. But, hey, it'll be nice to... you got that, they're kind of Gonzaga-like. You can kind of build a little bit more buzz going into it. But if they play like Gonzaga, then that would be shocking.
I think you said something about physical, fast, maybe aggressive on the offensive glass. We'll get to that.
You could say that about every team.
Yeah, it was very, very.
They play basketball. They shoot the ball. They rebound. They pass.
They play offense and they play defense. They go back and forth.
Yep.
We were talking a little bit about some redshirting, but Jacob, there's been some news on the one of the top basketball recruits on the board. There's a little bit of everything about him at the moment of what's going on. We will just get your take as one of our experts in the KSR Plus leader on all things basketball recruiting.
Yeah, where do we start? It's been a lot. I would the last 24 hours, 48 hours, it's been a bit of a whirlwind. So I guess we'll start from the beginning, where Tyron Stokes, number one player in the country.
So he was born in Louisville on this day, this time.
Yes, he grew up in Louisville and was now spending his high school career at Notre Dame High School in Sherman Oaks. But on Wednesday, we learned that he is withdrawn from Notre Dame Sherman Oaks. There's been talk of disciplinary issues, and now everyone's wondering what's next with him. I asked Pope at today's press conference. I know coaches can't talk about specific recruits, so I asked him just about the potential of a mid-year enrollee. And
just out of the blue, out of nowhere, asking Mark Pope.
No
about
one
this
knew
question.
where you were going with that.
No player in particular, nothing, just a random out of the blue question.
Yeah, what do you think about that possibility? Not asking about anyone in particular. And he said they haven't spent a lot of time there, but he doesn't worry about disrupting the team if they were to add someone, because it's always getting disrupted with injuries, guys coming in and out of the rotation. So he basically gave the perfect PR answer of like, we don't need it to happen. It could happen. It could not happen. Just no real clarity there, but to provide a little bit of clarity in talking to sources, Kentucky has explored this possibility of him enrolling mid-season. Some sources have downplayed it, but I think that talk has obviously picked up in the last 24 hours with Wednesday's news. And talking to some sources, it might have more legs to it. However, there's still hurdles for him if he were to enroll mid-year. And I don't think Kentucky's the only school of his three that has explored this. So there's just a lot of questions overall and what he's going to do. He's got a ton of options, can go to another high school, could finish his classes online, or he could enroll at a college. So those are all things we're watching. And I think these schools right now are trying to figure out their next steps to proceed.
For those who don't know much about Tyron Stokes, he is ranked number one, but there's differences in number one. Like the freshman class we're seeing right now, even though it's only been a couple games for him, looks like there's some dudes in this class. Is he kind of – it's hard to even say out loud, is he A.J. DeBounce or Derek Peterson, because those guys look like they're elite. But is he of that category? Is it maybe a down year where one doesn't mean what it always does?
Yeah, I'm not Jamie Shaw and Joe Tipton do a great job with their evaluation, so I don't want to say anything crazy evaluation-wise, but I think he would probably be behind AJ, Cam Boozer, Darren Peterson, that trio that seems to be the consensus at the top. And then you get into the guys like Nate Ament, Darius Acuff, and a few others that I think he's probably in that top 10 range, potentially verging on top 5, but far from being in that consensus top 3.
Zach, you keep up with the national scene. It's the one and done system went away for a few years as the transfer portal picked up, but this group looked like this. It's only been a week, but it looks like this year of college basketball is going to have a lot of freshmen making headlines.
Yeah, this Cam Boozer kid is looking like the real deal. And it is funny because A.J. DeBanso is kind of lauded as the top guy in that class for multiple years. And then kind of at the very end there, Darren Peterson takes him over, and now he looks amazing over there. And A.J. DeBanso still looks amazing. Like, he had a great game whenever that was earlier this week. He looks awesome. Cam Boozer's just like a double-double machine. Darren Peterson is like your ideal NBA guard, like even 1 or 2. So, yeah, there's a lot of talent, and unfortunately there's a guy up in Louisville who's playing really well as well. So, but Kentucky's got a guy too, in Jasper Johnson, who was named to the National Freshman of the Year watch list. So, but there's just talent all around. That class is ended up looking really, really deep. And even Malik Thomas over there at Arkansas as well. So Cal's got him another pair of just stud NBA guards in the backcourt right there. We'll see how that translates. Oh, and then someone's mentioning, Koa Pete down there at Arizona. The guy doesn't want to shoot any threes, but it doesn't matter because he's just bigger and stronger than everybody and can dunk all over him. So there is a ton of freshman talent. And I know all the NBA draft people I follow are just oohing and eyeing over all of these guys, and there's going to be a big battle, I think, for the number 1 pick next year. It's not going to be one of those consensus Wemby type years where who's going number 1. So there's a lot of talents spread out throughout this country in the rookie class.
Can Jasper join that group, Jacob? I know we've only seen a small sample size, and they've been limited, and he had to take a lot of shots against Georgetown. It's been a little sloppy start, but does he have that in him over time?
I think so. Like I said, you have that consensus top 3, and then outside of that, I think he can definitely be in that top 10 mold if he hits his ceiling and looks like the player that we know he can be on a consistent basis. But I mean, he was ranked pretty highly coming out of high school, and it's just a matter of how consistently can he do what he does best.
Tyler, you loved Dennis Johnson being in the crowd. I guess Ryan mentioned maybe Dennis didn't love this being a talking point, but it's pretty cool to see the parent up in the stands, whether it be nerves or just wanting to distance themselves and be in the zone. I know we wrote about it on the website, and that was a big deal on social media. I think it's very cool as a parent. I know, and you're close to the Johnsons area there, so what did you think of it?
I think Dennis doth protest too much. I think he knew exactly what was going to happen when he went up there. He knew people would take pictures. I mean, this summer when I was talking to him and his wife about Jasper and Jasper's freshman year, he admitted, he was like, Coach Pope has got to get me a seat up top. He was like, I can't be down there. He won't sit next to his wife, or rather his wife won't sit next to him because she doesn't want to listen to him. But during that interview, he told me a couple of funny stories about they went to City of Palms a couple of years ago. That's a basketball tournament down in Florida. And the organizers had gotten him and his wife, Nyoka, front row seats for the games, for Jasper's games. So they walked in, and they were very proud to present the front row seats. And Dennis looked at the seats. He's like, this is just not going to work. And his wife was like, give it a chance, try it out. So like they sit there. Sure enough, like Jasper misses 2 threes and then gets fouled or something, and just Dennis starts going off, and like the people around him are looking at him, and his wife like hits him and is like, shut up, like you're being really rude and really loud. And he's like, all right, I'm just gonna get out of here. He's like, I'm sorry guys. So he went and sat at the top of the arena with somebody else. But he did the same thing in Switzerland at the FIBA Under-19 World Cup this summer, and he was like, I think Jasper missed a couple free throws, and he banged his hand on the wall. And these 2 like Swiss guys in front of him were like, what is wrong with this guy? Like they were about to like call the security over, but he explained, I'm Jasper's dad. I just get really worked up. And it turns out that these guys were Jasper Johnson fans, even though they had only seen him play in this event. So they became like good friends and all. But I think it's great because that was Dennis's first time seeing Jasper play in a game at Rupp, because he's coaching Woodford County. So he had to miss the 2 exhibitions. He's going to have to miss tomorrow night's game. If Woodford County keeps winning, he may be missing more and more games. So, I mean, it just makes the ones that he's able to be there even more meaningful. And what's more relatable to a parent or to anyone who gets stressed out during games than having to sit by yourself kind of in your own little section, during a game to watch your kid. I think it'll be interesting. The crowd wasn't great Tuesday night at Rupp for whatever reason. But what happens when it's really crowded in there? Like, is Dennis just going to have like a little crowd of people around him, yelling and helping him cope through these games? I don't know.
Jack and I ran into Dennis and his family when we were leaving the post-game press conference after Nichols. We were going back up to our little bird's nest up there, and we ran into the family. And he said that we asked him about this. He said, so what's going to happen when the stadium's full and stuff? And he said that he's already started talking with Pope and people are up about that, of where to fit him. And we said, hey, buddy, we got we got an extra media seat here. We'll sit you right next to us. But he did add that he's already been looking into other arenas for road games, and he's been working with them to figure out where he can go and sit, so where he can be kind of by himself and isolated a little bit. So I did think that was funny, but he's a proud dad, I feel like if I had a kid, I wouldn't even be able to watch a second of it. But I'll give Dennis credit. He sat up there in that spot the entire time. I don't think he moved once. And we were trying not to post about it online because we didn't want anyone going up there and saying hi to him or anything. And then here comes Ryan Lemon posting, circling it in red ink with his phone too, which was funny. But he's a good sport about it, so he understands the situation. But they're fun. They're fun family, really good people.
Jacob's got a hat on, so is this like the start? Is this the start of another episode here?
We got a new one.
I like that one. It's a good one.
After going on strike, I talked with the good people at On3, and they've given me a new hat. I'm no longer on strike.
This is big. Nice. Welcome back, man. We missed you.
Welcome back.
Thank you, guys. I'm back.
It's a long time away.
We do have lots of hats at On3, so
yeah.
We'll continue to negotiate with those. What's up, Attica? Look at that nice, sweet, quiet dog. Remy, you can learn.
Go get some rats.
It's dog day here on the happy hour. Some comments. A couple people noting that yes, Boozer is good, but Duke around him not good. I'm trying to. Alan says without Boozer, Duke is average, or Duck is average, and Duke
both.
Sorry, Steven. I think you had one up that I wasn't reading. Finna said Boozer is great, but Duke's supporting cast is nothing like last year's. There's a lot of people mentioning Koa Pete. Sam, my guy Sam, he asked if I went to the KHSA headquarters after the show. I did not, but they are right across the street from me if I need to pay them a visit. I got the explanation of why Madisonville has to go to Greenwood. We got to get that system fixed, but Madisonville is going to win anyway.
What was I wasn't listening to the show this morning. What was their reasoning there?
Madisonville lost to Apollo. So Apollo finished with a better record, even though Madisonville's RPI is 10 points better, but they lost a head-to-head. Still stupid to me, but there was at least
the whole playoff system is not great.
Madisonville has its best year in forever. Like, we never go 8-2, and if we're going on the road to Greenwood, and then if we win that, we're going on the road to Owensboro. Just come on.
Greenwood's not bad either.
I know they're hating on Madisonville, but whatever. We're still the best town on earth. Let's talk about Kentucky football. It's the actual slogan. That's not my opinion. It's like on the shirts. There's a big sign in town.
Oh, okay.
TBTOE, the best town on earth.
I always hear you talk about this. Did someone just decide that one day?
I have no idea. Many years ago when I was living in Lexington, they sent me some T-shirts that say TBTOE, and I wear them around. But I don't know where it originated. But it's our thing. The best town on earth. The towns on earth, if you rank them, we are number one.
I think Danville, their slogan for a while was quite simply the nicest town. So again, I wonder who decides these things.
See, I'm not arguing it.
That's
fine. We're the best town. You're the nicest. Zach, you're from Lexington. We got that cool ball statue downtown now. That's got to be something.
I could literally complain about that for about 15 minutes, but I won't. So I'll just.
I drive by it every morning.
It's the dumbest sculpture. They paid somebody who's not even from the state. They paid him $900,000 to build a structure that I won't say what it looks like, but you can just Google it and you'll figure it out pretty quickly what not safe for work item it looks like. It's ridiculous. It's ugly. It's embarrassing. Can't believe that it got approved. The mayor deserves to be removed from office just because
Linda
of that.
Gordon, ouch.
Yes,
I love Linda. We won't do any Linda slander here, but it is.
I got some Linda slander too. I won't go on it. Yes,
it's ugly. It's horrible. And it was expensive.
Disgusting.
He won't say it. I'll say what it is. I don't care. It's beads.
Yes, it looks like beads that come. Yes.
I'm looking at it now. It's a common thread.
This guy does this at different cities all over the country. So he's basically just grifting cities out of all their money. Yes, we got scammed. We got scammed for a bunch of money, and now we look like fools because of it.
I watched him building it. There's not a day of the week I don't park or drive right next to it where it's just right there. So I've seen it since the first pole went up, and it actually makes me angry on my drive to work every morning.
There used to be fountains there. There used to be cool fountains there. They got rid of those. I know why they got rid of them, but that's a whole political thing. You're getting me in my political talk here. I can't do it. So
all right.
Yes, it looks ridiculous.
I'm in my complaining about structures in my downtown era. I don't know what age. It looks like Zach's there too.
I'm there. I turned 30, so I'm there.
With
how does it compare to the Nashville broken roller coaster sculpture that came out like 10, 15 years ago?
I'm not sure.
There's a big uproar about that. It's like this red sculpture right on the river next to the stadium, and everybody made the joke like they took the old roller coasters from Opryland and just made a sculpture out of it. I mean, and we have like these weird tornado stick things that are in the middle of a roundabout. Yeah. Like abstract, giant scale art, not the greatest, at least in Nashville and Lexington. So, yeah.
I know what you're talking about, Tyler, and it's ugly and it doesn't make sense. But it's in Nashville where if you just turn this way, there's plenty of other things to distract you. There's an entire street that is iconic. This is Lexington with big, shiny beads right in front of our courthouse. We don't have other things to look at. It's like, this is what we have. Come look at our beads. Right here.
We're just looking the sky for the North Star of the Fifth Third building.
I love that Holly Saylor just tuned in, and this is what she's hearing. Holly Saylor's late to the party.
Oh, I'm sorry, Captain Crash. I apologize, Captain Crash, to your father for his designing there. That's my bad.
Congrats on the bag, though. You're going to inherit a lot of money. Yeah, let's talk about Florida.
Who? We have to.
The state. It's a great state. What's your favorite city in Florida, Tyler? You're 38.
I like Grayton Beach. Yeah, I like Grayton Beach. It's a nice place. It's very lovely. Gainesville, not so nice. I've been there twice. It's, of all the great parts of Florida, it's not one of them. But I hope they're cold when they come up here.
Yeah, good thing is they're coming to us. What's the stat? 1990? Is that what it is?
Yep.
90? Yeah. 1990, first November game for the Gators. We're going to be in about the mid to high 40s. I know Kentucky fans were actually inviting a blizzard to come join us this Saturday. We're not going to get that, but it's still going to be much colder than Florida has ever played in Lexington, or at least in the last 30-something years. I've been saying since the spring that Kentucky's winning this game. Never been a believer in Lagway. Sometimes he wants to play, sometimes he doesn't. Exactly what I thought would happen to Billy Napier has already happened. I'm not switching up. I think Kentucky wins on Saturday, even though I'm disappointed overall in the operation. I'm not wavering on beating Florida. It's been my prediction all year. Is anyone else that crazy, or is everyone back to being down in the dumps even though they beat Auburn? Remy's with me. All right, I got Remy. Me and Remy. Anyone else?
I think there's a very good chance Kentucky wins. I also picked that in my preseason predictions. However, I think the feeling of what happens if they win is very complicated because I feel like that's the road to keeping Stoops for another year. And I don't know if everybody's on that road. I mean, if you had told me that Kentucky would beat Auburn and Florida at the beginning of the season, I would say that's a really good sign. But you beat an Auburn team that wasn't that good and couldn't figure out which quarterback they were going to play. And granted, it was there, but they were kind of in shambles. And you would be beating a Florida team that has an interim head coach and a bunch of injured wide receivers. So do those wins matter as much? In my mind, I don't think they would unless they went on a big run, if they beat Vanderbilt, if they beat Louisville, etc. But I just think it's going to leave a weird taste in people's mouths if it happens. Now, that said, I'm a Kentucky fan, so I'm going to be cheering for it to happen. But I just think it's going to be a weird night.
It doesn't help that, what's his name, Jaden Baugh. I don't know if y'all remember, but last year, their freshman running back had 5 touchdowns against us at Florida. 5, the number 5. Yeah, he's back, and he's having a big year. I think he leads the SEC in receptions for a running back, too, so he does a little bit of both. If he gets 5 touchdowns or 4 or 3, I think we're in trouble. Also, this game last year was when, if it wasn't DJ Lagway's first starts, it was one of his breakout games. And if you were to just look at the box score, not that impressive, but he only threw 7 passes for all those yards. He hit on all bombs against Kentucky. So Lagway had some Heisman expectations coming in this year. He's fallen short of those. Been an up and down season, healthy, not healthy. But we all remember him just chucking it up over Kentucky. So I think for Kentucky to win the game, you got to limit Baugh, who's having a good year and just absolutely destroyed you last year. And then you can't let Lagway hit on those shots. That's Brad White's defense. They take pride in not giving up those bombs, but Lagway was getting whatever he wanted last year. I'll also add, and I'll throw to you on this one, Zach, because I know you're a fan. This is a Cutter Boley full circle game because he was called off the bench. He's sitting there probably with his shoes untied. He and Wilcox with their shoes untied, not expecting to play. And they tell him to get up, get in the game, having not warmed up. And then they have him throw like an out route in a blowout when a quarterback is just daring them to give an opportunity to jump on it. And he throws, I believe his first pass was a pick 6. Mm-hmm. So, Zach, a full circle moment here where Boley gets a whole week to get ready, not just called off the bench in a blowout, and he's a starter that he's earned leading into this.
Yeah, that was not an ideal situation for Cutter last year. But I did like that he got his first weekly SEC honor on Monday, even though he played probably his worst game of the season. It was definitely an accumulation type thing. Like, okay, you've been playing well, you've been looking better. So and Auburn has a pretty, like, just by the numbers, they had a pretty good pass defense. So it wasn't, shocking to see him play, not come out and throw for 300 yards or whatever. But yes, I'm very excited to see Cutter play again and have a chance to actually compete against this Gators team here in Lexington. Florida's going to be down. I think it looks like they might be down their top 3 wide receivers coming into this game. So hopefully if Lagway's throwing bombs, he doesn't have anyone to throw them to, and they just fall right into the turf there. But I know that this is going to be a very conflicting game for a lot of UK fans. And I think that's okay to say, too. Like, I don't think we have to pretend that we should cheer for the team to win. And I get it's the whole you don't tell people how to fan thing. So I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say how I think it's okay to be conflicted with this game because there is a very real chance that UK wins and then they can get to 6 wins by the end of the season. And then what does UK do at that point with the whole head coaching situation? So I'll be rooting for Florida. I'll be rooting for Kentucky to win. I'll be rooting for Cutter to play very well. I won't be able to watch the damn game because I'm embroiled in the whole YouTube TV situation. I'll watch it on a legal stream, but I wanted to say that just to, be
cover your bases.
Yeah, cover my bases.
The opposite of Ryan Lemon, who's like, hey, will you put my name on this illegal stream and let me actually get a cash transaction involved?
That's a cash app.
I'll be finding some sort of stream to watch it on. Hopefully they can just get their stuff together in order by then, and I won't have to worry about that. But I had to watch the Auburn game at a bar, which wasn't a bad thing. That's fine. I'll gladly go drink some beer and eat pizza and watch UK play. But yeah, so it's going to be a very conflicting game, I think, on Saturday. But I do think Kentucky has a great chance of winning. Actually, I think this will be a close game throughout. I know Florida's kind of coming off their, I think it was 24-20 loss to Georgia last week. So they've got some juice coming into this one, and you always get a lot of teams get the interim bump. When or at least that's what we call it in the NBA when some team is losing 10 games in a row and they get their interim and then they win 5 in a row. I don't know if that'll happen here, but it's going to be I think this will be maybe the most entertaining game of the season for both sides.
You mentioned the injury report. A pretty big surprise last night. Florida's absolutely wrecked, including Eugene Wilson, their star wide receiver, who had 9 catches for 120 yards and a touchdown just last week. Lagway is one of his favorite targets. Florida already without a coach, already coming up here in November, already below expectations of where they need to be, and then you throw in a long injury report. They're kind of limping into Lexington. Tyler, we keep talking about the SEC home streak, and there's a lot of football left after this game. But it is the last SEC home game, and if they don't win this, there will be a whole summer and preseason next year talking about that losing streak at home. So just leave the Mark Stoops 2025 conversation out of it. They need to end that streak on Saturday, or it will linger all the way into next September.
Yeah, I think there's a very good case if they lose this game, Stoops is probably gone, so people will have something else to talk about. But like you said, putting that aside, there's only one game after this at home this year, and it's Tennessee Tech. And even if you beat Tennessee Tech, and Tennessee Tech's good, aren't they undefeated and, ranked number 1 in FBS and scoring or whatever, or FCS, a win over them is not really going to make people feel warm and fuzzy inside. I think it's super important to get a big win at Kroger Field. And at least Stoops acknowledges that too. I mean, after the Auburn win, he was so emotional and vulnerable. And he made a point several times to say, we need to follow this up and get a win for the fans at Kroger Field. We haven't, he acknowledged the streak and all that, but he knows that it's important to at least get one big home win.
Yeah, and whatever you think of Stoops, say they lose this and Stoops get fired. Your coach next year, I'll say Captain Crunch 21 is the coach. That person doesn't want to come in and answer questions of, are you going to be able to snap the home streak? Stoops had to deal with that a little bit with Florida, Tennessee. That will be a talking point next season, no matter if it's Stoops or loving native English Clint Vincent or Holly, John Summerall, Will Stein. That streak just needs to end before the season ends, or it will linger. And I've been, like everyone else, tired of repeating it and tired of living it, because it's amazing fans that pay what they pay to go to games in Kroger Field have gone over 2 calendar years without seeing a win. So a big win Saturday, more for just the current coaching situation and big picture. And that thing just needs to end.
What do you think the crowd's going to be like? I mean, it seems if they had lost to Auburn, obviously it wouldn't be good. But it seems like there's a little bit of juice, and maybe people just show up not only to support, but to see what happens.
You say it was going to be cold, Drew?
It's like mid to high 40s at game time, no rain or anything. Yeah, it won't sell out. I still can't believe they didn't sell out Texas. But just the culture of tailgating, people love that. I mean, even if you think Stoops should go and the team sucks, you only get so many times a year to go do your tailgating. It's a tradition. It's a lot of times you see people, maybe people will do Tennessee Tech, but that game's at like noon or 1. So this is kind of your last opportunity if you like to do the whole Saturday. So I think there will be a good crowd, but the top will have empty pockets. For those corners will be empty. And Florida, we've seen Tennessee and Texas the last 2 home games, 2 huge traveling teams. I don't know if Florida fans are coming to visit Lexington in November. No Keeneland.
No.
For a football team with Billy Gonzalez coaching it. So I don't – it will be one of the lower crowds, but I don't think it'll be like sending a message like it would have been if they had lost to Auburn. Let's get to KS Board questions. That's when everything went crazy last week, and I've been looking forward to getting crazy again.
And Ned Zeppelin actually is calling Jacob out and saying, Jacob is going to get an email from the mice. Please quit using this as an excuse to visit your girlfriend more often. So.
Ooh. This guy loves his girlfriend. What a loser.
Sorry, we can get back to the mice, or to the questions and the mice.
Dealing with it.
Disgruntled fan. We have a lot of those. This one didn't number themselves. Maybe they were the first disgruntled fan. Our Christmas tree went up November 1. When do you all put up your Christmas trees, and what would you consider too early? Great timing for this question, disgruntled fan, because I am currently living this. In fact, if I find time tonight, I might get the Christmas decorations down. I won't do the whole thing, but I might start the process already on November 6th. Wow. It'll be earlier than I've ever done it, but it's more of I have 2 Matt Jones road trips in December. Last year, I put my tree up on like December 23rd, and it was the saddest thing ever. It was up for 2 days. So I got to do it when I have free time. So I'm going to start a little earlier this year, but normally I'm a Thanksgiving guy. But I'm going to go ahead and slowly do a gradual have it ready by Thanksgiving, beginning maybe tonight. Does anyone else even consider it this early on our panel?
No, the disrespect. Thanksgiving gets no respect. I mean, it's like one of the most wonderful holidays. All you have to do is eat and watch football, or if you work for KSR, you have to work too. I mean, give Thanksgiving its due. I have for like neighbors who already have all their Christmas lights up and stuff. I get that it brings people joy, but we will not be putting our tree up until at least the Sunday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so my girlfriend's big into Halloween, so like our Halloween stuff went up September 1st and stayed until like November 1st or 2nd, and then we just leave the fall stuff for right now. But our
Mums
Christmas
and
stuff,
pumpkins.
yes. So like, and Thanksgiving isn't really like it's not like I don't know what the word is, but you're not like putting up, like a giant turkey outside your house like you would a pumpkin or skeleton or a Santa Claus or something like that. Like it's not a big celebratory holiday in that sense. So I say skip right over it. I don't care. Like, our Christmas stuff will be going up here in probably a couple weeks. Like, we'll get a tree once December starts because we'll get a real one, but like our fake ones will go up very soon. I love getting into the Christmas spirit, so we'll be into that one quick. I don't think there's like, if you want to do it November 1st, perfectly fine. October 31st, though, I do think I'll draw a line a little bit there. Don't put your Christmas stuff up until at least November 1st, but then you're good to go in my book.
I've had Christmas lights in my neighborhood, not me, but other houses, and it's only like 2 or 3. But they've been on at least a week. I think one of them was up before Halloween. So that I feel like that's changed since COVID. In COVID, people put Christmas trees up in September just because we needed happiness. And I think it kind of just lingered. I grew up in a household, you didn't even think about it until Thanksgiving was over. It was usually the following weekend after Thanksgiving. But now it seems like people are doing earlier and earlier, me included.
We got a super chat from Westopher Robin. Can we put that back up?
Yeah.
That was fun.
Shout out.
He thinks the crowd will be decent on Saturday, the last SEC home game of the year. Go all out, eat some Gatorade. All right. And go Cats. I know. You could, I guess, eat the powder.
Jello shots of Gatorade.
Eat some Gatorade. Yeah. Gatorade shots.
Are we going to have fried Gator at KS Bar?
We usually do, as long as Monique was able to get it, but I better not say we do and then her not have it. But that's usually a tradition. She usually is on top of that for football and basketball.
That would be fun.
Jacob, it looks like your girlfriend's decorated for Christmas back there. What's your Christmas plan? You decorate or do the mice decorate?
I'm the resident Jew on this panel, so me and my girlfriend are Jewish. Neither of us celebrate Christmas.
That one went right over my head. That's my bad. That one's on me.
But no, we'll be celebrating Hanukkah. And I will say I have noticed people in my neighborhood when I did drive back to deal with the mice, people who had Halloween decorations, they made that transition fast. November 1st, they just took their Halloween decorations. And most of the people that had Halloween decorations now have Christmas decorations. But
I'm all for it.
Yeah, take one down, put the other up.
I don't have any Christmas decorations in my girlfriend's house or my own.
My neighborhood, if you were to drive through, we're very confused right now because my house still has a trick-or-treat door hanger and pumpkins on the porch. But 2 houses down, it's already the North Pole. Like there's no... Just driving down my road, you're confused. You look like you're, if anyone knows Holiday World, where they have all the different seasons, that's what we look like.
Free sunscreen and soft drinks.
Yeah, shout out Holiday World, Santa Claus, Indiana. What's our next question? Connor, if someone gave you $1 million, but the catch is that an indestructible snail is always going to be chasing you, and if it touches you, you die, do you accept the $1 million?
No. I mean,
yes.
You're going to have, that snail is always going to be like coming after you. And when you least expect it, it's going to touch you and you're going to die.
All you got to do is keep moving.
You can't travel your whole life. What happens when you sleep?
How long would it take that snail?
So you're just going to drive across the country, live for a couple of years. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how long. I don't know how long it would take a snail to get from New York to California, but I imagine it would take a long time if I did something like that. Is it gonna go underwater and like?
It's indestructible.
Is it gonna have to? Because it'd have to go down to the bottom of the sea floor there and make its way. Like that's gonna take a long time. I think you could live off that pretty long.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'm just bouncing around the 4 corners of the country. I'm in Florida, New York, maybe a little Vegas or LA, then the Northwest. Just bouncing around.
Give me 5 more on 3 hats and we got a deal. Let's do this. I'm ready.
The million's not enough.
I will say
I've got 2 up there if you want them.
It would be a little uneasy not knowing where the snail is. Yeah. So like say you're bouncing back and forth, but it just says, I'm just staying on track to LA. And then maybe it's when you're flying thinking you're bouncing around, it's just there waiting for you and you have no idea.
Can I put a glass cup on it?
No. I mean,
why not? I got a watchdog.
Connor didn't say. As much as I love Connor, he didn't specify any rules here.
If it's indestructible, I feel like it could.
Dome.
I feel like I could knock it down if it was indestructible. I don't know. I'm giving the snail way too much credit here. But
yeah, can I buy a house on stilts and just put water around it? Can I build a moat?
Can I just live in a hot air balloon or something? Do something like that?
Bring this on. Bring it, snail.
A great life. So would you live in a hot air balloon for $1 million is now the new question.
If I could trick it out and make it cool.
PETA, if you're watching this, you need to send us an indestructible snail and $1 million.
And a hot air balloon.
And a hot air balloon, and then you have a deal.
And more on 3 hats, PETA. Actually, PETA, if you have PETA hats, Jacob will wear them. I'll speak for him.
I am a hat guy now. I have not been in my life, but I'm moving that direction. So, I'm proud to announce that I'm a hat guy.
It works for you.
Looks good on you.
Because I'm going bald, but don't tell anyone that.
I was about to say, why?
Don't tell anyone that. Drew, I'm looking at you.
Relax. Relax.
Calm down.
Calm down. Everybody calm down. What's next, Stephen? The Kayet Man. With all of the talk surrounding coaching buyouts to not coach football, what is the minimum buyout total for each of you all to never work for KSR again?
Right.
6 on 3 hats.
Yeah. How many? Well, Jacob went on strike this happy hour, so we know he'll step away.
I mean, if we're going to take $1 million, if we're going to take $1 million to have a snail chase us around the country, I think we're probably pretty cheap.
I'll walk away for $1 million. If y'all are watching out there, bosses, you'll never see me again. I'll take $1 million.
The real answer would be whatever I could just live off for the rest of my life, normally. So that way I just don't have to work again. And this would be my send-off job. That might be a lot of money, though, actually.
You got to think about inflation, though.
I plan on living for a long time, so I might need a little bit of money for that.
Inflation, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, would
just
anybody
send
want to go
10
back
snails.
To
can I get if it's 10 snails? Can I get $10 million?
Hi, Atticus.
Oh, look at that puppy.
I bet Atticus could destroy a snail.
How has Atticus not got the mice yet? That looks like a mice getter right there.
I think he does, and that's the issue.
What's next, Stephen? Oh, no, I like the last one. Yeah, the McRib and Mountain Dew. They both go together. Whichever one. We'll do that one. Andrew DYK?
Yeah, I want to do the McRib one, too.
We'll do this one first. Did you all get your Mountain Dew pies?
This is such a gross thing. So Taco Bell came out with the Baja Blast pie I saw. Why? I mean, I guess because it's going to go viral and marketing and all that, which similar to the McRib. It's like a masterclass in marketing. But no, I don't need that. The Baja Blast.
Now bring the quesarito back before we start inventing pies out of soda.
One thing that makes Taco Bell so good is their innovation. That's how we got to the Crunchwrap Supreme, the Cheesy Gordita Crunch. Really, most of their menu is innovative. It's not your standard stuff. But they've gone a little too far. No one asked for Baja Blast pie. Not one person was sitting around thinking, I want a Baja Blast pie. We need to calm down, Mountain Dew. You've got a good lab. I've been in it. I've seen it. I've been in I've even made a few things. Everything was still meat, cheese, tortilla back then. Now you're getting too crazy.
Chicken
you need to
nuggets,
get back in your lane.
Stuff like that.
Well, we were talking about, the 20-year KSR anniversary a couple weeks ago. I can't believe we didn't bring up the Taco Bell Diary Part 2. When that would be the perfect way to celebrate 20 years.
You know what? I still have about 2 weeks. That'll be close. If I could find the draft, I have it legit exists in draft form. I didn't just not do it. It's like 3/4 the way done. I have no idea where that would be, but I do need to try to get that done for the 20-year. What a hit. Jacob, you eating the Mountain Dew pie?
I actually went to Taco Bell the other day while I was driving from Louisville back to Lexington, and I missed the Mountain Dew pie by a day. So I'm really upset. Can I just say, Taco Bell, are you watching this? You see me? Lower the price of the Cheesy Gordita Crunch. It's a ripoff now. Thank you.
Their whole menu's a ripoff now.
I've said my piece.
Jacob, I want to do that too. Taco Bell, it's me. I love you. It's us. You're too expensive. You're way too expensive. Everything is too
like
expensive
$7 now.
Yeah, I understand everything in the world is more expensive. I have eyeballs. I get gas. I get groceries. But you have done more than anyone else. I've noticed my quesadilla used to be $2.99. It's $7.99. That's not matching inflation. Of all the things that have gone up in price, Taco Bell, I think you're the craziest. You need to calm down and stop making Baja Blast pies. I love you, though.
It's bad. It's bad. I'm not happy. I'm not happy about this. I
actually brought this up recently. Taco Bell, if you are watching, we're still good. Just costs a little more to eat you now. In my college house, we framed my receipt from Taco Bell because I had a couple beers one night and I spent $15 on myself. But in 2005, that was impossible because everything cost it. We legit framed it, and people were like, "Oh my God, Drew spent $15 at Taco Bell by himself." It was like a thing. If me and Abby go now, it's like $35 just for us to eat a normal meal. So we got to get the beads out of Lexington, and we got to get Taco Bell to bring their prices down. These are my old man takes.
We got to get ESPN back on YouTube TV.
And that. The world is just falling apart.
Yeah.
And we got to get childcare for Rivals and On 3 with my union strike.
But I will say, as Taco Bell prices go up and we add more beads in Lexington, McDonald's is bringing that McRib back, right, Steven? Hey!
Nicely done.
See? The world still has a heart. The McRib returns Tuesday, November 11th, my anniversary. I know what Abby's getting. Yay or nay? Finna Ham says, personally, he was never a big fan. Oh, that went away. Finna, I don't know what you said after that. But looks like Finna maybe was a fan, maybe wasn't a fan. Does anyone love when the McRib returns? I don't know if it's annually. It doesn't feel like it's every year, but I guess it's back on Tuesday.
Count me out on McRib. No, thank you.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've had one, but it's definitely like you know what you're getting with McDonald's, but you really know what you're getting with the McRib. It's I've actually seen people post on TikTok that work at McDonald's. They'll be like, "Here's the McRib. Here's how it comes. Here's how we make it and everything." And it's definitely the most disgusting thing that they serve at that restaurant.
Oh, Finna lives in a house full of fans. He's the one. Oh, the whole family likes the McRibs.
Yeah,
I like the McRib.
All right, Jacob
likes it.
I'm a little scared to find out what Jacob's doing.
Switching
Here
hats.
he goes again. Right at almost. I think it happened at the 57th minute last week. We're right at 57 now. We're on it.
So it comes back on Tuesday, which is also the UK Louisville game and your anniversary. So, I mean, what a way to celebrate such a big day.
The big things coming through.
Kudos to McDonald's for that marketing, because would that even be a popular thing if it just was on the menu all the time? Because I don't think it would be.
They brought back Monopoly, and I didn't care about that, but I kept my little tabs. They're sitting in my car right now. I'll never use them. Actually, I think I have a free $2 item or something that I can get. So
I'm getting nervous because Jacob's on the move again.
The good thing about the McRib is they coat it in barbecue sauce, because I would hate to see what that looks like without the sauce. Are we sure it's pork? And they're all shaped the same with those fake ridges in it. It's probably gray without the sauce. Yeah, I don't want to see it. I'd eat it though if you handed me one. I'm not going to order it, but if you're like, here you go, Drew, you're hungry. Here's a McRib. I'd eat it. All right, Jacob, what's going on?
What's up? Yeah, I like the McRib. I'm a fan. I think it's good. Yeah. One sec. Sorry.
He's lying.
Oh, one that's not on KS Board, but one I meant to bring up with Zach earlier. Wildcat Mana, I think maybe meant to put Mania, but they're Mana. They said, what are your thoughts on the 2K scan? That was pretty cool. You went by and saw the big truck they brought over.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was a whole, just inside is just a motion capture type thing where it's all those cameras just kind of surrounding them and everything. But yeah, I guess that's cool. I don't really play video games anymore, honestly, but I do remember playing with Kentucky back when I was in middle school and early high school when they still made the EA version of that game. But 2K is just bastardizing it anyways, only allowing 20 college teams, kind of an add-on thing. But it does seem like the women's team is going to be involved as well, so they were posting about it, so that's cool at least. And Kentucky is one of I think 15 schools that at least had the truck come to their college yesterday or this week or something. So yeah, I popped over there. I saw Jalen Lowe outside of it and a bunch of UK staffers around him, and they saw me just kind of running up there about to take a picture. So I didn't want to piss off anybody, so I made sure to take a picture without them in there. But I'm sure that was cool for them, cool experience for them, especially if they get to be in the video game. We'll know that we can play as Otega Owe, and we'll know that he was in the little truck there getting 100 different pictures of himself taken and all that. So I won't buy the game because of it, but I will watch other people play it just to see what it looks like.
I don't play games anymore, but I'll admit when I was playing them and they did have this college feature and Kentucky wasn't an option, that was frustrating because I would think this is the biggest brand in basketball. I'm playing the biggest brand on PS4 4 or 5, whatever I was playing at the time, 2K something, and I have to pick between Arizona, Louisville, Kansas. It was a little frustrating that Kentucky wasn't listed. So even though I won't be partaking, I'm like you, I won't play it much. It's better to have them on it than not have it on it, because it kind of sucks getting the other teams, seeing them be the cool schools and be on a video game. So Tyler, whether you play it or not, at least Kentucky's a part of it.
Yeah, I mean, you always want to be part of the cool stuff. So I wonder if it's awkward being in that little trailer and having like all the cameras taking your picture. Like, what is it? Do you have to just do the different movements? Like, so
I think they just kind of stand there.
Yeah.
I think I saw like Ortega like pointing or something like that for his. So
okay.
Maybe I don't know. I mean,
yeah, it reminds me of like the
Drew's doing,
360. Yeah, the 360 cameras they have on like red carpets to shoot the celebrities' outfits, or I don't know. It seems weird, but I'm sure they think it's awesome. So therefore, I think it's awesome.
Yep. Captain Crash 21 says.
Video game too.
Yeah, the best part. These guys, that's what they need is a free video game. I've been worried about their pockets lately.
Yeah.
Zach Calzada over here hurting for money.
Yeah. That Garrett guy needs to get his money, though. Poor Garrett.
Yeah, Garrett's broke boy. Broke boy Garrett over there.
Count it, Garrett. Count it. God, poor Garrett just catching strays on social media. Captain Crash 21 says we're going to have to send some adult supervision for Jacob. No, we need to send more of whatever Jacob's having when he goes off the rails. This is why we happy hour.
Yeah, no, I like happy hour. I like being here. Thank you guys for having me. I can't go as off the rails because I'm not in my own house. But last week was fun, and we're dealing with the mice. They're gonna be gone. But I just had to feed my dog. I had to give him his medication. So I kind of bouncing around. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
That's right.
Here,
cheers.
actually.
Shout out Country Boy.
Cheers to that.
And shout out KU. None of us, well, at least for me, I can't.
Not Kansas. But...
Probably
Not
not Tyler.
Not Kansas.
Probably not Tyler, but I wouldn't be here without KU right now. I'm literally being powered by KU. Tyler, if you're being powered by a KU, that'd be weird because you're not here.
Up at the lake house, sure.
There you go. See, we're all powered by KU. Did we have any more questions before we send everybody off to do whatever they're doing on Thursday? Maybe a little basketball game tonight? Any more?
That might be it.
Was that the last one?
Last minute ones. What is everyone's top 5 ranking of Rupp concession food or drinks? That's from the Catman, a last minute submission.
Ooh.
The only one I've had recently is like the Chick-fil-A spicy chicken sandwich.
Yeah, I think it would actually be easier to do a bottom 5 list for some of the Rupp food, if I'm being quite honest. Drew, Jack, and I are, and even Jacob, we are Chick-fil-A men when we get in a Rupp Arena. We do not stray away from and it's also right next to us. Like when we go down our little steps there, it's right there. But man, after a couple years of test trying all the other food, walking around the concourse, I'm going with what I know works. And I think Adam Stratton posted one of Jack's chicken sandwiches from last year that looked more like a sloppy, soppy mess with in between 2 buns. So I'm not a huge fan of some of the food at Rupp. I hope that doesn't get me in trouble with them, but they could just add a burger or something. Come on, I don't understand why you can't have a cheeseburger in Rupp Arena. That still blows my mind. But I'm a big spicy chicken sandwich guy over there.
Don't worry about getting in trouble. You're not the one making the bad food, Zach. We can't get in trouble for
That's true.
Pointing out that the food is horrible.
That's
not a KSR opinion. That's an everyone opinion. Yeah. Shout out to Chick-fil-A that's next to us, though.
Do they still do the basketball of nachos thing?
I did that a couple times, and then I just thought, what are you doing? You're a grown man.
It's a one-time thing.
Was it 3 years ago? How long ago did you do your Thanksgiving at Rupp Arena?
3 years ago. Still haven't recovered. Still
not be running that one.
Still haven't been normal since in that regard. I will say I have to shout out the old, and Tyler, you might remember this because Ryan and I would always talk about it on the pregame show when we would do it there. But City Barbecue has some amazing nachos.
Yeah.
And I think City's gone from there. I'm not sure. But the barbecue nachos that I used to eat every time, I know they're gone. Because Ryan and I, we look forward to going to Kentucky basketball games just for the barbecue nachos. And I can't remember if City changed them up or now it's a different barbecue something. But they were the best part of games for a long time. I miss those. Now it's Chick-fil-A.
Actually, I have to correct myself. They do have burgers, as Captain Crash has pointed out, but they don't have them at the main concourse, I guess is what I was referring to. But yes, they do have burgers in like one weird like ice cream bell stand on like the other side. They do, because I actually got to make the Sweet 16 last year. But my point still stands. I mean, it's a smash burger. I would get it. They do have all the food that's good at Rupp Arena is the food that Rupp Arena doesn't make. I guess the main point.
The specialty stands,
the skyline, the burger stand, and Bell ice cream or whatever it is, the skyline, Chick-fil-A, all that. So all the food that they actually, and like the pizza is old and bad, whatever.
They used to have a jambalaya stand that I loved. Do you remember that, Drew?
Yeah, that's been gone a while.
Oh, it's been a long time, but I loved that. Like it was like way over in a little corner. There was never really a big line, which is probably why it's gone. But it was delicious. Like I would look forward to that all the time. Otherwise, I love just the popcorn, but not the mouse popcorn, which the legendary mouse popcorn. Just the normal concession popcorn. Did that reference go over your all's heads?
No, I remember it well.
So do I air that laundry?
Yeah, air it.
Okay.
It happened. We don't work there. We don't have to protect them. It happened.
So they used to have that upstairs media lounge. It was basically just one big room. I think it's like a premium lounge now. But they had a giant bag of popcorn in it for the media. Like you could go in and like fill up your little thing of popcorn. Well, people had seen mice in that giant bag of popcorn before. So therefore it was always known as the mouse popcorn. And there we triggered Jacob. He's gone.
Yeah, he didn't like that.
No.
Or the dog. The dog didn't like it either.
So yeah.
If it wasn't the end of the show, I would go on my ice cream rant and how some timelines aren't adding up on Rupp Arena ice cream. Do y'all know my conspiracy theory on that? Or should I save that for a rainy day?
On the bag of soft serve that is powder? Is that what you're talking about?
Or how they just completely changed ice creams and still call it Rupp Arena ice cream like it's a long tradition, but it's not even the same ice cream that it was a few years ago. But
it got to glow up. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. But they're just selling it. It's like it's the same thing. It's not the same thing. It might be good. I'm not hating on it. It's probably good, but like there was a change and we're just going to skip over that. Whatever. That's for another day. Dig on that if you want.
We get free cookies in the media room. Actually, those are pretty good.
Do you want those after knowing what I don't trust anything down there now after the mouse popcorn episode. That's all I'll say.
I'm never gonna eat anything again.
Jacob has mouse everything for food.
I don't.
He drinks mice milk.
Ooh, do mice produce milk?
No, there's in his milk.
Just dips a mouse in his milk. Okay, like an Oreo. Gotcha.
This is some bad mental images.
All right, well, let's shut it down. Right as we have yet another dog sighting. Atticus. Sorry, Atticus. Forgot your name. I did not forget Zach's name. Zach, thank you for joining us. Tyler, thank you. Jacob. Thank you, Alan, Captain Crash, Holly, Blue Man of War, Loving Native English, Clint Vincent, the whole crew. I didn't see Matt G today. Where's Matt G? I love seeing Matt G. He'll catch the replay. But as always, thanks for watching. Thanks to Country Boy. Thanks to KU, LG&E. And we'll be back next week, 4 p.m. A lot more coming tonight, though. We got a women's basketball game. We got game 2 of the BBN United Tip-Off Classic tomorrow. Stick around all the KSR stuff. Volleyball tonight. I'm going to volleyball on Sunday. Got some general admission tickets. I'll probably be in the top row because I'm going to be a little late getting there, so that'll be fun. I'll have fun in the top row. Maybe I'll see some of y'all there. But thanks for joining us today. Love you all. Have a good afternoon. Go Cats.